Quite a while back, I watched a perfectly planned conversation with a team member turn into a complete disaster. I'd prepared my notes, chosen the right time, and even practiced what I wanted to say. But 15 minutes later, we were both defensive and nothing was resolved. The relationship felt damaged. Does this sound familiar? You start with good intentions, but then they get defensive and shut down. You feel your heart racing. The whole thing spirals into conflict. Today, I'm sharing why this happens and the complete framework I use to get any derailed conversation back on track. When conversations derail, it's because someone's brain has detected a threat. And I'm not talking about physical danger, I'm talking about social threats. Your brain scans for 5 social threats. Status, are they questioning my competence? Certainty, I don't know what's happening here. Autonomy, they're trying to control me. Relatedness, I don't belong here anymore. Fairness, this isn't fair. In that conversation, I triggered their status and certainty. They felt their competence was being questioned and didn't understand where the conversation was heading. Once their brain detected these threats, rational thinking went out the window. And mine did too when they got defensive. This is why I developed the complete compass framework, 7 steps that work even when conversations get messy. C for create safety. I want us both to feel comfortable here. Next is O for observe. Share specific facts, not judgments. M is motive. Check. What do we both actually want? P is for present impact. Explain effects, not blame. A is for us perspective. What's your view on this? Next comes S for suggest solutions. What if we tried? Finally, S is for secure action. So we've agreed to. The beauty of Compass is that you can jump back to any step when things go wrong. When I noticed future conversations derailing, I went straight back to create safety. Let me pause. I want to make sure you feel heard in this conversation. When conversations go off track, you need specific recovery phrases. However, here's what most people miss. You need to adapt your recovery to their communication style. Let's look at a quick disc-style recovery dependent on a person's behaviour style. First, dominant types. Let's cut to the solution. What do you need? If they tend to be an influencer, help me understand your perspective on this. Steady types. I want to make sure you're comfortable with this. Finally, conscientious. Let me clarify the details here. When you've triggered them, I can see I've hit a nerve. That wasn't my intention. When they're emotional, this clearly matters to you. Help me understand why. When you're losing control, let me step back. I think we both want the same thing here. The key insight. Recovery isn't about being perfect. It's about noticing when things go sideways and having the tools to redirect. Here's your action plan for this week. Day 1, 2, practice spotting scarf threats in conversations. Day 3, 4, memorise one recovery phrase that fits your style. Day 5, 7, use Compass in a low-stakes conversation. Remember this, every derailed conversation is just missing navigation, not missing hope. Key takeaway, the goal isn't perfect conversations, it's confident recovery when things go wrong. If this framework helped you, I'd love to hear about it. And if you want more practical tools for leading challenging conversations without the stress, make sure you're following for more content like this.